Hello, welcome to video. My name is Leanna Williams. I'm a recent graduate of the National Theatre School of Canada's acting program. I'm a theatre lover and a storyteller, and I'm here to nerd out with you about Shakespeare and the actors process and theatre school and everything in between. And up until now, we've chosen our monologues, we've dissected and studied them, we've put them into our bodies and found the rhythm, we've prepared our voices in our bodies and we've memorized it all along the way. And we're here now. We've done it. We really have. You can call him Billy. Call him Billy. You know him now. You love him. You can stop here. Turn off the video. Close those books. Unsharpen the pencils. Okay, you're done. Or you can accept the ultimate acting challenge, which is to share all the hard work we've been doing. You can do this live with family or friends or anyone nearby, or you can do a self-tape, and that's where you record yourself performing your piece. You'll often be asked to submit a self-tape if you're applying for schools or agencies or film or theater. And I'll just say if self-tapes or recording yourself performing isn't your forte, that's okay. But I know that it benefits me because it helps me keep track of my progress and helps me keep track of what I've performed before. And it can even be just to reminisce about all the hard work that we've done together. Regardless of how you choose, or if you choose to share your performance, I thought it would be good to go over some tips and tricks of how to record a piece, how to record yourself performing a piece. And it's good to know the basics. So the most important thing I just want us all to remember is that what matters is your performance. Do you feel relaxed? Do you feel comfortable? Do you know your piece well enough? Are you connected? That's what's most important. Everything else that we add for recording purposes is just icing on the cake. So the camera and the lighting and all that jazz, it's just extra. So don't stress about that. I'll also add that I'm showing you what I do, which is pretty minimal. I'm just starting out. So I would recommend that you continue your own research to find what might suit you better for your resources and your needs. Welcome to my self-tape setup. First things first, a camera. Having a camera is pretty essential, but I'll just say a smartphone goes a long way. It'll give you a pretty decent picture and pretty decent sound. If you have a DSLR like a Canon or a Nikon, go crazy. And then it also helps to have a tripod. So set that up. If you don't have a tripod, don't worry. Grab a few of your favorite books, grab some boxes and dishes or whatever you have, and start stacking. Next is lighting. There are a lot of lighting options out there, but when starting out, your best friend is going to be natural light. So I want you to find a nice window in your house or your apartment or wherever you are. Choose a time of day where the sun isn't directly shining on you, but it's creating kind of ambient, indirect light. Set yourself up in front of that window, put the camera in front of you, and you're pretty much set. That will give you a lot of what you need to look good. If you have more of a budget or you aren't able to film during the daytime, I'd suggest getting a ring light. This is a really budget-friendly and beginner-friendly lighting option. This is what I'm using right now. My ring light is set up right there, and it's giving me just that extra bit of light to clear up any shadows, and it also brightens up the space, so it might not look like some of the warm lighting that lots of indoor lighting has. It's pretty bright, and it can mimic the natural light that a window would give you. Lots of folks use ring lights. They're really affordable, they're portable, and they'll do in a pinch when you need to film a self-tape and you don't have a lot of time. You don't got time to wait for the sun. Sound. I'd say camera, lighting, and sound are your most important and essential tools when filming yourself. And with sound, you'll want to film in a quiet environment, so close your doors, maybe film early in the morning when your roommates are asleep, whatever you need. And the built-in microphone in your phone or in your camera will do a pretty good job picking up your voice. If you want to take it the next step, I'd suggest investing in something like a lavalier mic. That's what I'm wearing here. This one is wireless, but you can also get wire ones, and there's like a very big range in price. So I think this one was around $60-$70. But you can find one that suits your purposes. And this is just to help cut out excess white noise, and it's to help bring clarity to your voice. And I find it does make a difference, especially with the white noise, because there is a lot of ambient noise in any space. You will have to take some extra steps in the editing process, just when it comes to lining up your sound with your picture. But I think it's worth it, and it makes a big difference. Next is positioning. You'll want to find a blank wall or a background that isn't too distracting. You'll want to stand center in the frame. You'll want to have your camera at eye length, and you'll want to make sure you're filming from the waist up with a little bit of space up here. Slating. Now this step is optional. Well, all of these steps are optional, but why not do it just for fun? Slating is when you introduce yourself and your piece before performing. And not only is this helpful for organizational purposes, practical purposes, but it also allows the people viewing your performance to see just you in a neutral state without putting on a character. Hi, my name is Leanna Williams. I'm based in Kingston, Ontario, and I'll be performing Portia's monologue from Julius Caesar. You can mix it up, you can change the wording, but that's a pretty basic slate. Eye line. When delivering your slate, you want to be saying that directly into the camera. When performing your piece, you'll want to pick a point just off camera that's still close to eye level that you'll be imagining is your scene partner. Now, I want you to create the world for yourself. Create the images that you're actually seeing in the space in front of you. Let's say you reference a garden in your play. I want you to decide, okay, the garden is there to the bottom left. And maybe your partner storms off angrily. I want you to imagine them storming off and follow them as they go. The camera's frame is small, but it's still a playground. And the person watching your video is very close to you, and they can see your eyes, and they want to see your imagination working. They want to believe that you're actually seeing something, that you're actually speaking to a person. It's often helpful to even have a friend stand just behind the camera so that you are speaking to a person. It adds just a little bit of nuance, and it can be a good way to practice before doing it by yourself. Takes. How many takes should I do? So self-tapes are a blessing and a curse, because if you make a mistake, you just start over. No big deal. And no one has to know you even made a mistake to begin with. They're also a curse, however, for folks that tend more towards perfectionism, because you can take after take after take after take and just slowly go mad and spiral into a deep dark hole that you can't get out of. My philosophy is that once you've gotten through a take with no flubs, you feel pretty good about it. It wasn't perfect, but you got through it, and you felt relaxed, you felt connected, and there were no obvious mistakes. Once you've gotten one of those, do one more. Just in case, just for luck. And then you've got 2 solid takes that you can use. With self-tapes, there's usually a pretty fast turnaround. There's a deadline. You're busy, you have another job, you have to memorize a whole bunch of other stuff. So just be kind to yourself, be compassionate, and don't be a perfectionist, because most people won't even notice those little tiny mistakes that you see. Editing. You want to keep editing pretty simple. I have a MacBook, so I use iMovie to edit my self-tapes, and it usually consists of 3 parts. A fade into your slate, a fade into your performance, and a fade to black with your name and your representation. You want to keep it simple because you want your work to speak for itself. You've done it. You've filmed and edited your self-tape. Now it's totally up to you. Put it on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram. Whatever you do, I'd say share it with at least one person, because it is such a special gift to see someone else's work. And that brings us to an end of our time together. I really hope you feel more comfortable with Shakespeare. I'd love to know what you thought about this course, what you found easy or exciting, what you learned, what you wanted more of, what you really think about this Shakespeare guy. So don't be a stranger. You can find me on Instagram or on YouTube at leanna.williams. I'd love to hear from you. A special thanks to NTS for supporting Call Me Billy, for supporting this project. And a very, very, very big thank you to all of my wonderful teachers there who taught me everything I know. And of course, thank you for being here and for saying yes. Thank you.